Do you know how a cooling circuit works? The refrigeration system consists of compressor, responsible for creating a pressure difference between the high and low side of the cooling circuit and circulating the refrigerant through the system. Condenser, responsible for transferring the heat removed from inside the refrigerator to the external environment via the refrigerant fluid. Capillary tube or expansion valve, responsible for reducing the pressure and temperature of the refrigerant and metering it in the correct amount to the evaporator. Evaporator, responsible for absorbing the refrigerator's internal heat via the refrigerant fluid. Drier filter, responsible for retaining impurities and residual system moisture. The function of the refrigeration system is to remove heat from inside the refrigerator and deliver it outside the space through the refrigerant's phase change that alternates between liquid and gas. It works as follows. When the refrigerator is turned on for the first time, the refrigerant fluid within the system is pumped by the compressor from the high side to the low side. When the refrigerant exits the compressor, it's in vapor form with increased pressure and temperature. At that instant, an increase of discharge pressure and decrease of suction pressure occur. The refrigerant in vapor form passes through the discharge tube to the condenser, where heat transfer from the refrigerant to the outside ambient air begins. Therefore, the superheated gas in the condenser cools down until reaching the condensation temperature, going from a gaseous state to a liquid and vapor mix, until it reaches the saturation state, where it becomes completely liquid. Then, the refrigerant, now in a subcooled liquid state, passes through the Drier filter, which traps residual moisture. Next, this liquid passes through the expansion device, which may be a capillary tube or an expansion valve. The function of this device is to create a resistance to the passage of liquid at high pressure. During this process, known as expansion, the liquid temperature is lowered abruptly. The liquid, at low pressure and temperature, enters the evaporator ready to absorb heat from the refrigerated space inside the refrigerator. During this heat absorption process, the liquid refrigerant fluid evaporates. Afterwards, it travels back to the compressor through the suction line, restarting the cycle. This is a general overview of cooling circuits in most commercially available refrigerators.